Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's your favorite cake making and topper tutorial person, Vincy Cake Girl, and today we're going to be making this little Easter egg basket. So let's get right into the video. First, I'm going to get started by prepping my layers. I prepped two 6-inch round layers by shaping and shaving them. I will be posting a video soon with how I prepare my cakes before I cover them in fondant. So we're just gonna go right through this step, and there's not much explaining that I'll do, but stay posted for that next video. And in order to do so, remember to subscribe below and press the notification bell. I have an acrylic plate that's a little bigger than my cake that I'll be molding my cake on, and a small 4-inch board. I cut this out from a piece of cake board. If you do not have acrylic plate, then you can use a regular board. So I'm just filling my cake with a little bit of vanilla frosting. I do not like to overdo the frosting on my cake, guys. I love to give my customers more cake than frosting. I've now placed my 4-inch board on the top of my 6-inch round cake, almost exactly as centered as I could get it. And then I would use my knife, a small knife, serrated knife. You can use a bread knife or a cake knife to trim at an angle, keeping your knife at that exact angle all the way around. Take your time and shape your cake. You may have to go back and forth just to make sure you get it exact and precise. Now I'm using some buttercream just to keep that crumb down that I'll be putting my layers of fondant on while I'm decorating this cake to make my basket weave on the sides. As you can see, I'm using a cake scraper just to even out my sides and filling in where I may have missed some frosting. Now this cake scraper helps a whole lot. Remember to keep your hand at one steady angle, and that would help you a great deal to get your perfect edges. Now that my cake has been prepped, I'm coming in and cutting out a few 1-inch pieces of strips that I'll be using to make my basket weaving around the sides. If you do not have this blade, please use a ruler and cut to precision with an X-Acto knife or a pizza cutter. Now making the basket weaving pattern on the sides of this cake is quite tedious, but yet pretty straightforward. First, you would need to lay down vertically a piece of one of your strips, and then you're going to make 3 pieces as equally apart as possible going across. And then you go back in again and you add another piece that's down vertically, and then we're gonna go again and lay our horizontal pieces in between, and you keep doing this until you get to the end of your cake. Okay guys, so quick tip: when you're working with these pieces, you want to make sure that your fondant is quite sturdy. I did not add any gum paste to this fondant. However, I did knead in a little bit more icing sugar than I usually would to my mixture, just so that I could have a nice sturdy piece of fondant working with. And it was a nice sunny day, so everything worked in my favor today, guys. Okay, so I did have to go back in every now and again and readjust my pieces and cutting them just to suit any areas that they were a little bit too big for, and that's quite okay because this is a basket and the shape of the basket is not technically square, so you would have to go back in and readjust your pieces just as long as you cut them just thick enough to cover and fill those spaces. I flipped my cake over on my baseboard, and then I'm adding a piece of fondant that's about 5 inches round on the top of my cake. Now I'm about to create the border to go around the lip of my basket. I choose to do it this way. You do not have to create a lip at the end of your basket. However, I wanted to make it a little bit more Caribbean style because that's how we make our baskets. So what I did was roll 2 pieces of fondant the same length and thicknesses all along, and then I combined them by twisting them. So I'm cutting the two lengths of my pieces of fondant equally, and then I'll begin by twisting one end. This is also used as a rope pattern. You can use this to decorate around the borders of your cakes, wedding cakes, especially if you have a beach themed cake. This is also a nice border to use. When you're doing this, there's a technique where I like to twist both ends and then come in the middle and then just even it out. If you twist from one end right down to the next, it can cause you to have an uneven border. Okay, so here's a trivia for you guys. I want to know who can comment down below and let me know how did I achieve this finish on my wires. It is posted in a previous video, so if you haven't seen all my videos, that means you have to go back, comment down below and let me know how did I achieve that finish and what materials did I use as well to create the wire for the basket handle that I'm making now. Now I've rolled out a piece of fondant that's about an inch thick, and I've covered the base that I've used for the structure of my basket handles. Oops, sneak peek of my face, guys. That is my working face, and that is probably one of the reasons why I haven't included my face in any of my videos as yet. That focus face is a strong game going on there, girl. Then I come in with the edge of my paintbrush, one of my favorite tools to use, and I make indentations right around the border of my handle. And at last, this is the final product of our Easter basket, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey and just adding on all my little pieces from this 3-part series. Guys, thank you so much. Remember to look at the other videos and comment down below. You can also find us at our other social media platforms at Vincy Cake Girl. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and also press the notification button so every time we post a new video, you will be notified.